Hello and welcome to Hearthcrafts. My name is Charlotte and this is my channel where I talk general rubbish about my chaotic crafty life. I live on the south coast of England with my 5 neurospicy children and crafting keeps me sane. Where have I been? I bet you thought I'd been eaten alive by my children. 3 weeks into the summer holidays we are. I think emotionally I've been eaten by my children. There's a Pete. Say hello, darling. Say hello, darling.
Hello.
Come in. There you go. Say hello, darling. We can see you now. So yeah, we've just finished week 3 of the summer holidays and it's okay. It's tough going. I am eternally tired. The eye bags tell 1,000 tales, don't they? Poor Jess. But yeah, anyway, we're fine. We're halfway through. It's all good. So there's been all sorts of developments on a personal level. Evelyn got her A-level results and she is off to Brighton University in September, which is exciting, terrifying. I'm almost jealous as well that she's about to start on that journey, but she's obviously really nervous. And so we've now got a month to sort her accommodation. So it's going to be hectic. Other than that, oh, I got a new pet. I got a snail. I'll put a picture of him in here because he's quite shy at the moment. He's just itty bitty, but he is a type of African land snail. He's called Gary. I wanted to call him Churchill because all of my pets are named after like my reptiles are named after influential people like Steve Irwin and Michael Jackson. So I wanted Churchill, but Athena said it has to be Gary because of SpongeBob. And I said, how many thousands of Gary snails do you think there are in the world? But then once she put the idea in my head, that was it. It had to be Gary. So he's Gary. But other than that, nothing really much. We're just surviving. So what have I been up to? Well, I have learned to spin on a distaff. I have thoughts. And it was something that I really wanted to do. I have distaffs that we went on my birthday. Pete and I went to the woods. We found the perfect sticks. Pete processed them for me. You've seen all of that. And now I can actually spin yarn on it. So I'll show you all the footage of me learning to spin on the distaff. And then, which was actually last weekend. Was it last weekend or was it 2 weekends ago? What did we do last weekend? Oh, I don't even know. I literally don't even know. Oh my God, there's people in the background. Just cover them up. I don't even know what day it is, what time it is. All I know is that it's been too damn hot today. It's been 33 degrees.
We went to Legoland.
Oh, we did go to Lego. We did go to Legoland. Yes, last Friday we went to Legoland. But yeah, it's been 33 degrees here today, so my brain is just frazzled. Anyway, I'll show you.
Motorbike on Saturday.
You did buy a motorbike on Saturday, so we had a weekend at home, didn't we, last weekend? Peter's happy, he now has a motorbike again. I have yet to go on the back of it, but I will. But yeah, anyway, I'll show you the footage of me learning to spin, and then we will come back and I will give you my thoughts on spinning with the distaff. So I thought we could have a little chit chat whilst I am preparing our dinner. We are having hot dogs. I tend to make hot dogs on the first night that we're away because it's just easy. What are you looking at? I haven't got my on air sign, sweetheart. I apologise. So I'm talking to you in here because Pete's tisms, they be tisming tonight. Like Pete is really struggling with life and just generally being human today. So it's best that we chit chat in here and he stays out there.
Yeah, but why does our dog look like an Ewok?
He's now obsessing over the fact that Jeff looks like an Ewok. I don't think he's wrong. Like, I do think Jeff looks like an Ewok. Even though I've never even seen those films. Is it Star Wars? Yeah, I've never seen them. Yeah, I think I know what an Ewok looks like, I think. his tism issue was not helped by the fact that I have just managed to walk shat all through our van because one of the dogs obviously had a sneaky poop in the corner of our camp without without me realizing. Now, one thing about Pete, part of his rather considerable list of tisms is OCD for cleaning. And, you know, people throw that term around all the time, but Pete is a prime example of the actual real deal of OCD for cleaning and orderliness and neatness, which is why we work so well together, because I'm a creature of chaos. And I literally leave a trail of destruction behind me and Pete just comes along and tidies it up, which we love, don't we, sweetheart? It's like I am the way I am just to give you something to do. But yes, so when something tragic like walking dog poo through his van, which he would have cleaned about 60 times before we actually came away, I mean, that's enough to bring a man to tears. But he dealt with it very well. Very well. I thought I would just have a quick update because Torfleece is finished. It's finished. And let me tell you, the last week or so of Torfleece went out the window. And I'm really sad about it in one way. I'm really sad about it, tease. Because I really wanted to do well, and I really wanted, like, the first week and a half or so, I was on it. Like, I was on it like a car bonnet, and I wanted to stay like that, but it didn't, because I have millions of kids. So it just didn't happen. Particularly the last week, it coincided with the last week of the school holidays, which is always sports days and end of year assemblies and all these things, and it just went out the window. And I am having serious spinning wheel withdrawals. I actually said to Pete that I was going to bring my spinning wheel with us this weekend, but I didn't. And there is actually a good reason that I didn't, which I will show you shortly. But basically, I'm having a spindle spinning weekend. I'm in the village on Sunday. I'm doing the ale house. In all honesty, I would rather have not done the ale house, just because I wanted to spend my day talking about wool and fleece and sheep and all that kind of thing. But that is not what my role is going to be on Sunday. I am the ale housewife. So, but I will take either a drop spindle with me, or if I can, the DISTAFF. So, but that all depends on how well I do this weekend with the DISTAFF as to whether I take it in. I'm sorry if you can hear me. I'm chopping onions. You can't have hot dogs without onions. Oh, actually, darling, is the mustard still in here from last time? I hope so. I will be very disappointed if it's not. So we're in the van now because the dogs only settle properly when we're inside the van. So we have come in. Also, I've got a really bad back today. I haven't bought my big tripod either. I've only bought my little one. So there's going to be some proper dodgy camera angles. Not going to lie. Pete's doing his perimeter checks currently. He has to go around the outside of the van. Then he has to fanny about on the inside of the van for a little bit. Then after about half an hour, he'll actually sit down. So I thought I'd just do this while I'm waiting for him. Isn't that right, sweetheart? So I've got two things next to me here because I'm actually, I don't know what I want to work on. Normally I know what I want to work on, but I don't. I can't. And literally, I think it's the first time in our entire history of camping that I have spent the evening sat outside doing nothing, not crafting, because I can't get my brain to focus at all as to what I want to do. So my options are, oh no, that looks like it's coming undone a little bit. So I've been doing this week because it's easier for me to do sock knitting when I'm looking after Romany. And obviously with it being school holidays, it's been a lot of running around after Romany. So I've been working on the other one of these socks and I'm sort of 2/3 the way through the heel flap. So I could do that. A little bit of mindless sock knitting maybe. But I really, really want to do this. And I'm a bit frustrated with myself because I'm not frustrated, but it's a very slow process, supported spindle spinning. And it's annoying me that I'm not further along with it. Let me just get it out of here one-handed because, you know, that's how we roll. So this, you can't see it probably because I've got the last little bit of floof wrapped around it. But this is the my first month's instalment of my fibre club from Spinning Through Time. It's just so beautiful. It's my colours. It's amazing. Pete's taking pictures of me for some reason while I'm doing this. But yeah, this is the last little bit of the first 50 grams wrapped around this spindle here. So I want to get this done, and I've bought the bobbin with me because I'm going to apply it on my spinning wheel. I bought the bobbin with me. So my plan is to finish this last little bit that's wrapped around here and then put it on to a bobbin and start the second 50 grams because I've just got the second month's installment through the post yesterday, which I will show you tomorrow when it's daylight and you can appreciate the colours because it's amazing. So I really want to get this finished because I think I'm going to make it a thing that my supported spins are going to be my Spinning Through Time floofs. But yeah, anyway, so I can't decide what I want to do. It'd be really good to finish this evening and then I can put it onto the bobbin tomorrow and start the second one. That makes sense. So maybe I'll do that. I think maybe I'm just tired. Oh, and I'm wearing my Raven headband, by the way. This is going to be on all weekend in honour of Ange from Yarn and Yarns. Why run the water so that while I'm recording, it sounds like the QE2 is coming in to dock behind me? Stop messing. Where I sit in the van is the water pump. So he turns on the water and it goes. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful Ange from Yarn and Yarns, who I adore. It's her birthday this month and it's a big birthday. And she has decided to do some new cast-ons to celebrate the birth of her certain number of years ago. And she has picked mine. She'd done her dice roll and picked the pattern that I gifted her, which is this headband. We're not going to judge my hair. Oh, look how fabulous my roots are coming in as well, by the way. I'll show them properly tomorrow. I am loving my grey roots. Loving them. But yeah, she's picked this headband, which is a pattern that I gifted her because when I made this as part of my 12 cast-ons, she loved it. So I gifted it to her to say thank you for being 12 cast-ons goddess. So she's going to make this month. It literally took me 2 days to make, I think, and I'm a complete noob. So she can do it. No worries. Look at this. What's going on here? But yeah, so there we go. Anyway, Pete is making his way towards the bed now. Are you coming in, sweetheart? Or have we still got a little bit more fannying about to do? And what's that smell? Good morning. It's a beautiful day here. It's getting up to about 25 degrees or something today, but it feels hot. I feel exhausted. I'm not entirely convinced that I'm 100% well. My back is killing me, which is probably why I feel so exhausted, actually. Although I slept all right. Anywho, so today's plan is I didn't do anything last night. I didn't do knitting or the supported spin because actually once I got into bed, I thought I actually just want to go to sleep. So I did. So the plan this morning is that I am going to finish the supported spin. I'm going to wind that off onto My neck. Someone over there sneezing really loud. I'm going to put it onto a spinning wheel bobbin, and then I am going to spend the rest of the day attempting to learn to spin with a distaff, because I have a beautiful distaff. I've already dressed it. I should show you that in a bit. It's over there in the van. I can see it. So we'll talk about the distaff later on when I start trying to use it. Because really, when I go to the village on Sunday, I'd really like to be spinning my distaff with my distaff. So we will see. And that's why I didn't bring a wheel, because I thought if I bought my wheel, I want to be spinning on that. Whereas if I didn't and I bought the distaff, I kind of have to learn to use it. So yes, that is the dealio. That's the other exciting news. So when I got up this morning, I had an email from World of Wool to say that their advent calendars were on the website. I thought, I have to do it. So I have purchased a World of Wool fibre advent calendar. I'm so excited. I'm not getting any I'm not getting any sock yarn advent calendars this year, but Mandy from Mousewitch Yarns put up like a sock set, Christmas sock set for Christmas, so I have got that coming. But yeah, that's exciting. Very happy about that. I think it's like 25 days of 50-gram floofs, and each day is like a different breed of sheep or something like that. I don't know whether it's all natural colours or whether it's, some dyed ones in there. I don't know. But yeah, 25 days of 50 grams. So what is that? I don't know. I am so awful at maths and numbers. I feel like 25 times 50 should be a fairly easy sum to do. Not an easy sum for me. I'll work out. Anyway, I am going to do some support spindling, get this little bit of floof done, get this wound onto the bobbin, and then I feel like I can move on to distaff spinning. So I thought I would show you a few things. I have some things to show you. I was meant to show you them earlier, forgot. I was in pain, taking some quite strong painkillers, and now I feel great. So let's show you some things. Firstly, let's talk about the end of Torfleece, or what I achieved in Torfleece. This is the skeins that I spun up during Torfleece. I'd hoped for more, but do you know what? I'm really happy with this. I'm not going to... I can never get these bags open. So this is the last one that I did. I don't know if you can see that. I'm sat in the shade. I don't think the colours are really gonna... It may be. There we go. So these were all spun on my wheel. This is from that lovely bat from Sylvia. And this is the vines fleece. I still have the other one of these to spin up. So I achieved 3 skeins, and that's amazing. I'm really happy with that. Tour de Femme starts, the women's cycle race starts on the 1st of August, and I've been toying with the idea as to whether or not I'm going to officially kind of get involved in that. And I think no, I really want to. But there's just no point, because it's the school holidays, and I can only craft when I can craft. So I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm just gonna do what I can and just spin as much as I can. Generally, I'm not going to label it as doing Tour de Femme. I don't know how much that all came to totals. I don't think I've updated my journal with the total after my last one. No, I haven't. But I mean, it's around 2.5 kilometers that I spun, which is, I'm really happy. I'm really happy about that. I had a lot of fun doing it. I think next year I'll have to plan a bit better and kind of look whether or not any of it falls on the children's school holidays. But anyway, there we go. I had a lot of fun doing it. The other thing that I want to show you is the next installment of, which arrived yesterday, of my Spinning Through Time Fibre Club, and it is Starlit Nights. And it is 40% Shetland, 40% Corriedale, and 20% Torfleece. Now, I'm really excited about this one. It says the blend is inspired by starlit nights, midnight skies peppered with bright, bold, golden stars. Honestly, I'm just so in love with this yarn club. This is the second one now, and I just adore them. I love this little card that came with it. It says, add a strand of your hand-spun yarns to create a library of your spins. How cute. That is amazing. Anyway, right. So have a look at this. Now, Torfleece is one of the breeds of sheep that I really want to have a go at spinning and haven't yet. Can we just, I mean, look at that. How beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Oh my goodness. And I still haven't actually, there's the card. I still haven't actually been on to double check that this is 100 grams. I think it is. I mean, why would it not be? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, they're just beautiful. I love it so much. And it's really soft and really beautiful. And I'm thinking that that I kind of want the, sorry, crinkling. It came in lovely tissue paper and I kind of want to keep it in there. I'm kind of thinking that I want to keep the Spinning Through Time clubs as like what I spin on my supported spindle. That's what I'm thinking at this precise moment in time. So on to the supported spindle. Da, 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 da. She done. Well, I say she done half. That's half of it. So this is the first month from Spinning Through Time. I've put it on a bobbin, and that will now sit there until I have spun the other half, which is here. So that is the next job. I will get that on the spindle before I leave here, because I don't want to leave it too long before I start trying to do the other half, because I really, really want this. I want it. It's so beautiful. Come on now. I need to focus. But yeah, so I'm so relieved. I'm so relieved that that's done. It was quite a lot of fibre to spin on the supported spindle all at once, really. And when I was taking it off, I did actually think to myself, should I just do like an Andean plying bracelet and ply it on itself? And then I thought, no, don't do that, because then that lessens the urgency of getting the other half of that floof spun. I really don't want to do, excuse me, I really don't want to do that. I want to get the other half spun. I'm sat underneath the most beautiful oak tree, by the way. I'm like, there's no shade at all around our camp other than this amazing oak tree. So I'm loving my life right now. Also, let me just show you my new Yeti. Pete brought us new Yetis. Now, my Yeti collection at this point is completely out of control. I'm not even sorry. I have so many Yetis. I have Yetis for every different type of drink. I have a Yeti for coffee, a Yeti for tea, a Yeti for fizzy, a Yeti for squash, because I can't drink water. I mean, seriously, it tastes of nothing. It's just wet. I can't drink water. What else do I have? I have a Yeti for tea that we keep in the camper van. Oh, Yeti addict. But yeah, that's my new one. Oh, Pete's here as well. Pete bought himself the black one. Not sponsored, just addicted. Right, so next job on the agenda is I'm scared. Oh, I didn't put my things away in my box. Never mind, it's fine. Right. Here she is. My distaff. So this is just a bit of hazel that has been stripped of its bark. It's got a fork up the top. And this is a piece of it's not tablet weaving, it was this actually. I made this belt when I went to Fernhurst Furnace last year with the village. It's the one and only time that we ever sort of go on the road, and it was brilliant. And I spent the entire weekend attached to the centre pole of the tent, backstrap, rigid heddle weaving, for goodness sake. And this is what I made. It's really uneven and a bit rubbish because obviously people kept wanting to come over and talk to me and find out what I was doing, which is great. That's what we're there for. But it meant that my tension kept going all silly. So I've yet to find a use for it. And now I have. Look how pretty. So yes, the floof that is on here is the Bohemian Forest sheep, which came in my pack from Sylvia. It was already carded into big bats, so I thought it just makes sense that I start with that one because I literally just rolled it straight onto the distaff. So this is my spindle. I can't remember where this came from. It was an Etsy seller. They also sell on eBay. I will put the name here. Dong. This is a spindle that was it's made of oak. I always tend to go for oak. It's funny because I'm sat under an oak tree. I always tend to go for oak because it would have been one of the sort of most used hardwoods in England. So if I can get oak things, then I do. But yeah, this is what I'm going to attempt to spin on. It's already got a leader on it because I thought I'd go down the leader route. I don't always, but I thought since this is new to me, I'll go down the leader route and see how that goes. So yeah, I'm now going to sit here and have a little go with my distaff and see how that works out for me. Can I get, it's Friday today, I'm in the village Sunday, can I get proficient enough at this to be able to go to the village and spin using a distaff on Sunday? Who knows, we'll see. Okay, so I've got the technique of spinning the spindle down, but what I'm not quite grasping, apparently, is how to draft. Now, I know you've got to draft downwards, so I need to put... It's so thick. Like, how do you stop too much coming out the drafting area? I don't know. My arm's burning right now, but look at that. I've got the gist of the spin. Put it down. See. Oh, okay. All right. I think as well, I'm not sure. I have a suspicion that this is quite a short staple length. I should have checked, really. Because it has broken away from the fibre supply a couple of times. Eee, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right. I'm actually finding the spinning part fairly easy. I suppose kind of spin, draft, move your fingers up. I reckon kind of makes sense. Draft. Spin. Move your fingers up. It's like good. Right, okay, let's wind this on a little bit. I do feel that I'm going to be able to get the hang of this. I don't feel like it's beyond me. Oh, it's fiddly. But then everything's fiddly when you're first trying to learn it, isn't it? Let's wind this on a little bit. Okay. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Pig. Ah, see? It's come away from the fibre supply. That's very annoying. Okay, another classic dodgy camera angle. However, I needed to just go through this with you because I have been attempting the distaff spinning. Okay, and I decided because I'm doing okay. Like it's spinning. Looking for my spindle. I'm doing okay. Like, look, I've done an unintentional ply back test, and that's like an Aran weight yarn. I think for my first attempt, that's okay. However, I'm getting a bit annoyed with this fibre because it's just not drafting very well, and I'm not that great. I have found like a park and draft method that I can do with this, which is good. It's kind of not what I want to do. I want to learn. Sorry, just tapped on my mic. So I went and watched some videos from a distaff spinner's diary. I think her name's Jane. I want to say it's Jane, but she's amazing. Anyway, so yeah, I looked at her YouTube, and she does actually have a video on there about dressing the distaff. Now, I've watched several videos about dressing your distaff, which was how I managed to do this. However, she has put that she prefers to dress her distaff with combed wool, and I prefer using combed wool, if I'm honest. So I really want to try dressing it the way that she does and using combed wool. Well, the only combed wool that I have with me be this bad boy, my fibre club, which I bought just to show you. But here we are going to use it. I did actually go on Spinning Through Time's website, and this is 100 grams. I thought it was. It's deceiving because when it's in that lovely little braid, it doesn't look like it's enough fibre, but actually when you take it out of the braid, this is half of it, because in the video of from a distaff spinner's diary, she says that around 40 to 45 grams is enough. And I thought, well, if I split the braid in two, that's 50 grams. And that's what I tend to like to do, because then you know roughly that when you ply, it's kind of going to be a similar amount. So we're going to dress the distaff with this, and we're going to attempt to spin this on the distaff. We'll see how it goes. So this is one of my distaffs that Pete stripped for me. So this is just basically a big stick that I went and found in the woods. Oh no, it's been a pain. And I am still working on the fibre from my monthly fibre club, which is from Spinning Through Time. And what was it called? Night Sky? Oh, I can't remember now. I think it's Night Sky, but it's just beautiful. I absolutely love this, and I cannot wait to get it spun up and get it plied. So let's talk about my experiences with distaff spinning, and will I continue to use a distaff once I've finished this spin? Well, the very easy answer is yes. I have to say, I absolutely love spinning with a distaff. This, for me, is easily my favourite way of spinning. I actually think that this will probably be the way I hand spin from now on. I can use this distaff in the village. In fact, on my other distaff, I have Dorset horn wool, because Dorset horn was a breed of sheep that would have been available to us in the 17th century. The horn of the Dorset horn sheep would have been what they used to make the first Dorset buttons. I just dropped my spindle. Oh. That is the only frustrating thing with this, and I think it's probably, I have another spindle coming. The spindle that I'm using with my Dorset horn and my other distaff is, it's quite sort of it's quite a cheaply made one. It's almost just a bit of dowel, and with a ring sort of around the top, and it's quite squared off at the top, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. I much prefer the way that this feels. However, you have to be really careful, because you probably won't be able to see that from there. I'll show you up close in a minute, but it's the notch is kind of straight. So if you don't get it tight enough with the half hitch, the spindle just drops. And of course the whirl at the bottom is not fixed in place. So a lot of the time I drop it, the yarn starts coming undone, and then the whirl's dropped off and rolled somewhere, and I'm like, oh my goodness me. So yeah, I have got, I think finding the perfect spindle is kind of next on my agenda. But also, I mean, a lot of it is me. It's a me thing, I'm sure. It has to be a me thing, because I'm very new to it. But honestly, it took me, I think, half an hour to learn to spin with a distaff. If you can do drop spindle or Turkish spindle, you can spin with a distaff. And honestly, it is so much easier. I've just taken to it straight away. It feels easier. The drafting feels easier. The whole process of spinning using a distaff just feels easier and quicker. And as you can see, like, I thought with a distaff that you just have to be stood up all the time. But as you can see, you really don't have to be stood up all the time. In fact, the only time I actually stand up and use my distaff is at the village, where I tend to wander around with it. But other than that, very close to my face. You don't really need to be that close to my face. But yeah, you can very easily sit down and use a distaff. So yeah, I can't imagine going back to just using a drop spindle on its own. I don't feel like that's really necessary. And I don't even know. I mean, the supported spindle, I suppose the supported spindle has benefits in as much as, like, for instance, this evening, if Pete and I decide to go in and lay on the bed and watch a movie, the supported spindle is going to be a lot more convenient because I could do it on my lap. However, I probably wouldn't. A lot of the time, 9 times out of 10, I end up knitting when I'm sat in the bed rather than spinning. So I don't actually think, I don't know, I can't see myself wanting to go back to any kind of hand spinning. Having said that, I am talking about hand spinning. I'm not talking about wheel spinning. Like, obviously, I'm absolutely desperate to get back to my wheel. I have not been able to get my wheel out for weeks. So that will be, I've picked out some floof that I want to do on my wheel, so that will be back in action soon. However, at the moment I just want to get through this spin. I want to be able to show you my first skein of hand spun yarn from my distaff, and it's just, I don't think I will go back to using just a drop spindle or a Turkish spindle. And in fact, you could actually, I'm sure you could probably just use a normal distaff, a normal drop spindle with this. I don't think it has to be anything particularly specific. You could probably even use a Turkish spindle with this. I mean, you even get them attached to spinning wheels. So, but yeah, I just absolutely, I think it's the best thing ever, and it has made such a difference. I think because it's right here in my face as well. I mean, I haven't got my glasses on, so it's a little bit close, and I am not seeing it the best, but because it's so close to my face here, I can see it. And if it's not, you can make it perfect. It's just great. So my opinion on distaff spinning is do it. Give it a try, because, like I said, it looks like it would be quite awkward, and I really thought that it was going to take me a while to get the hang of, and it absolutely hasn't. I love it, and I don't see myself hand spinning with anything other than a distaff now. So yeah, there we go. That is my opinion on the distaff. That is my journey of learning to use the distaff. And if it's something that you have been thinking of trying, but you're worried because you think it looks a little bit complicated, please don't worry. Please do it, because it's so much easier. I love it. Look at my stick. I love it. I literally just, oh my goodness me, trying to get out of the chair. I literally just picked this up out of a forest and stripped the bark off it. You kind of have to make sure that there's a fork on the top, so that this is my some rigid heddle weaving that I did, backstrap weaving. I did that at the village as a demonstration one time, and I've just used that to tie it up with. And yeah, here's how it's going. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. There we go. So yes, distaff spinning. Yes, big thumbs up from me. That is going to be my new way of hand spinning. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. I've missed you. I've missed doing this. I've missed talking rubbish to you. I appreciate you being here and listening. Bear with me while the school holidays are going on. Like I said, we're halfway through now, so hopefully normal business will be resumed fairly soon. But until then, just Take care of yourselves. You are all amazing. There is nothing you can't do. Just give it a go. And remember, keep crafting fun. Bye.